All right, welcome back to Plain Sports Podcast, episode 5, I believe. Brum's not here this time around, but we got Brandon, Jerry's back, and Jasai is our friend. He's going to help us out here today. We're going to do a mock draft for whole first round. We'll be alternating picks, no trades, so don't expect anything crazy happening, but we will be going through the full 32 for picks in the first round. Just let us know what you think, and as always, make sure to like and leave a comment if you think that we make some ridiculous decisions or if you agree with what we're doing. Let me share my screen with everyone real quick so we can see the order that we'll be going in, and we'll just start from there. All right. So as long as everyone can see that, obvious. So I've got the first pick, and I'm just going to go with the obvious here. There's no reason to try to do anything crazy. Trevor Lawrence, first number 1 overall pick to the Jags. I think almost everyone can agree there. Brandon, you want to go ahead and go number 2?
I think it's another one that everybody's going to agree on. Zach Wilson out of BYU helping the Jets there.
Yeah, I don't think that changes. It would be weird if they did Justin Fields or Trey Lance. Those guys are in
if they do, the 49ers are going to be sitting pretty.
Oh, yeah. Jerry,
Speaking of the Niners, Jerry, who do you have at 3?
This is the first pick that's like the one that we don't know, but I have Justin Fields going here. I think the 49ers gave up too much to pick Mac at 3.
What makes you think Justin Fields? Everyone seems like Mac is just.
Is it Kyle worked with Justin Fields in the quarterback collective when he was in high school. I think Kyle wants to go to a mobile quarterback. He's done with the statue quarterbacks. Fields, I think he's the best besides Wilson and Lawrence.
No Trey Lance though. Hasn't he been working with both of them recently?
I don't think we trust Trey Lance. Trey Lance is weird. He's the most. I think Shannon has to make somewhat of a safe pick because if they don't make a good pick here, he's going to be leaving.
Fair enough. Desai, Atlanta Falcons. Who are they taking?
I don't think you pass up on the safest pick in the draft. I think the Falcons will go Penei Sewell.
Penei Sewell. I completely agree there. Right before we started, I was telling Brandon that might make the most sense for them. They have a need almost everywhere on the field other than wide receiver. They're probably the most stacked receiving room in the NFL. So I 100% agree there. What do you guys think, Jerry and Brandon?
I think Jerry and I both agree that 4 is going to be Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I'm going.
But I can see Sewell being the move. I mean, he makes a lot of sense there as well. And like Josiah said, I do agree with him on him being the safest pick in the draft. Yeah, it's not a lot of. I just don't see there's any way that Penei Sewell is busts. He's got everything that he needs to be a really, really good NFL offensive lineman for a long time.
Yeah, and I think in reality, this is probably going to be a pick that will get traded. Obviously, with their no trade rule, we're not going to do that. But it seems like the Falcons aren't too, they're not too happy about picking at 4. They'd much rather have a little bit more.
In order for a trade up, though, someone's going to have to love. It's gonna be a quarterback. I mean, I think we'd all agree, but someone's gonna have to, Chicago or Carolina or somebody's gonna have to absolutely love, a Trey Lance type or Mac Jones, or it could be Fields in real life. Who knows? Whoever's left on the board, they're gonna have to love them enough to, move up and then probably trade back another second.
Yeah, and it might even be the Bears. Those guys are so desperate for a quarterback, and they're known for making stupid draft day moves just to get the QB that they need, flashbacks to Trubisky, but I guess we'll see what happens at 4. With the number 5 pick, that's me. I think with Penei Sewell off the board, it's just obvious that they're going to obviously take a weapon. I'm between Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. I would take Kyle Pitts just because everyone seems to think that he's the best prospect in this entire draft, but I think they're going to ultimately go Jamar Chase since they have that LSU connection with Joe Burrow and Chase.
Is Trevor Lawrence not considered the best prospect in this entire draft?
I've seen some people think that Kyle Pitts.
It's Penei.
I mean, Penei Sewell. I've not seen Penei Sewell one time be the top prospect in the draft, but I don't know. We'll see. Jamar Chase, I think at 5, like you said, makes a lot of sense. Obviously, what they did together in college was pretty storybook. They had one of the best college teams ever made, and he was his go-to guy. So it makes a whole lot of sense to pair him back up.
Yeah.
I believe it's me at 6, right?
Right.
With Chase gone, that's who I was going to go with. I'm going to take the guy you didn't take, and that's Kyle Pitts to the Dolphins there. I think that makes a lot of sense too. No matter which way, how the board shakes up, I think in real life, if Atlanta takes Pitts in real life and Chase goes 5 to the Bengals, I think this is the spot where Miami trades back, because I think those are the two guys that they really like. But obviously in our no mock or our no trade and Pitts on the board, I think Pitts makes a lot of sense. He's a guy that I think can play receiver, tight end, and just another weapon for Tua.
Definitely. All right, Jerry, Detroit Lions. Who are they selecting here at the 7 spot?
In this one, I see Waddle going here. Just because they just got Goff. He has a fat contract. You have to at least rock with him for 1 year, I feel like. But real life, this 7-8 area, I think there's gonna be a trade up. But for this, I got Waddle.
So you think Waddle over Smith, despite the injury concerns and things like that?
Yeah, I think Waddle's gonna be some sort of Tyreek-ish kind of player.
Yeah, and it seems
he was better than Smith before Smith got hurt.
That's what they say, but the injuries are real, and Waddle couldn't even play in the title game, or he tried, but I think it was a dumb play on his part to try and play in that game, just because he is a first round talent and he was hobbling around. But I mean, he played, stuck it out. The only thing because I do agree Waddle being better than Smith, but the injury concerns I think are real.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Josiah, number 8, Carolina Panthers are going with.
At 8, I will have to. Jerry took Waddle off the board, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with his other pairing partner, Devonta Smith.
Right.
I had Waddle at 8. But I will take Devonta Smith at 8.
Yeah, I think those guys are. It just depends on the team and where they have them on the draft board. Teams like
It surprised me there about the size pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that. Or go ahead, Brandon.
My bad, man. I think if the draft shakes out the way we have it and Waddle goes 7 to Detroit, at 8 if you're Carolina, I mean, Josiah, I do like Devonta Smith. I think it's a good pick. I think it's a safe
I was
pick.
torn between him and Patrick Surtain. That's where
I was thinking it'd be more like a Trey Lance type. I don't know if they're necessarily sold on Teddy. I mean, he's not their quarterback.
They just got Sam Darnold.
They just got Sam Darnold.
Oh, they did get Sam Darnold. I kind of forgot about the Darnold move.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Then I hear you. Then Smith makes a lot of sense. Good call.
Yeah,
good call.
I was torn between either a corner or Waddle or Smith.
Yeah, and I think
makes sense.
Going back to what you guys were saying when Jerry made the Waddle pick, it seems like there's concerns with both receivers. Waddle with his injury history, and Smith, everyone expects that he's not going to be great because of his weight. He's so small. Yeah, and being hurt in the past, but I don't know. We'll see what happens there. And I agree. I think that's a good pick with how our draft board's shaking up right now. For the Denver Broncos, I'm going to take the first defensive player in Micah Parsons. I think this guy is probably going to be the best defensive prospect in this year's draft. I don't really think that the Broncos need a quarterback, especially if they're picking out of Mac Jones and Trey Lance. Drew Lock is good enough, at least just as good as those two guys. They got Jerry Jeudy last year. They're getting back Cortland Sutton. They have Noah Fant. Their offensive line is good. Maybe they can improve that in the later rounds, but I think they need to beef up their defense so that they can be back to that Super Bowl defense that won versus Carolina all those years ago. Jerry, Dallas Cowboys at number 10. What do you got?
With Parsons just not going, I have you have to take the best next defense player in Patrick Surtain. The Cowboys' offense is already strong. The defense is really just where they're weak at, so they have to just improve with the best player available. And I think Surtain's the best defense one with Parsons off the board.
Definitely. And I think right now there's a lot of speculation on who will be the first corner off the board, but I think to me, it seems like it's just a certainty that's going to be Surtain. But I know there's been some speculation with like the NFL Network, ESPN, that it might be J.C. Horn, just because some people, or Caleb Farley, because of people expect them to have higher ceilings.
Yeah.